Aizanoi. Ancient Greek. Alpha Zeta Alpha Nu Omicron Iota. Latinized as Aezani, was an ancient city in western Anatolia, located in what is now Çavdarhisar, Kütahya Province. Its ruins are situated astride the River Penkalas, some 1,000 meters, 3,300 feet, above sea level. The city was an important political and economic center in Roman times. Surviving remains from the period include a well-preserved Temple of Zeus, unusual combined theater stadium complex, and macellum inscribed with a Price Edict of Diocletian. The city fell into decline in late antiquity, later serving as a citadel. In 2012, the site was submitted for inscription on the UNESCO World Heritage List. History. Settlement in the area is known from the Bronze Age. The city may have derived its name from Aezani, one of three sons of Arcas and the nymph Eryto, legendary ancestors of the Phrygians. During the Hellenistic period, the city changed hands between the Kingdom of Pergamum and the Kingdom of Bithynia, before being bequeathed to Rome by the former in 133 BC. It continued to mint its own coins. Its monumental buildings date from the early empire to the 3rd century. Aezani was part of the Roman province of Phrygia Pakatiana. It became a Christian bishopric at an early stage, and its bishop Pisticus, or Pistis, was a participant at the First Council of Nicaea, the First Ecumenical Council, in 325. Pelagius was at a synod that Patriarch John II of Constantinople hastily organized in 518 and that condemned Severus of Antioch. He was also at the Second Council of Constantinople in 553. Gregory was at the Trullan Council of 692. John at the Second Council of Nicaea in 787. And Theophanes at both the Council of Constantinople, 869, and the Council of Constantinople, 879. The bishopric was at first a suffragan of Laodicea, but when Phrygia Pakatiana was divided into two provinces, it found itself a suffragan of Hierapolis, the capital of the new province of Phrygia Pakatiana too. No longer a residential bishopric, Aezani is today listed by the Catholic Church as a titular see. After the 7th century, Aezani fell into decline. Later, in Seljuk times, the Temple Hill was converted into a citadel, Turkish, Hisar, by Çavdarhisar, after which the recent settlement of Çavdarhisar is named. The ruins of Aezani were discovered by European travelers in 1824. Survey work in the 1830s and 1840s was followed by systematic excavation conducted by the German Archaeological Institute from 1926, resumed in 1970, and still ongoing. Ancient buildings and structures. Temple of Zeus. The Temple of Zeus, situated upon a hill, was the city's main sanctuary. Ceramic finds indicate local habitation from the first half of the 3rd millennium BC. According to a recent reading of the architrave inscription, construction of the temple began under Domitian. Inscriptions document imperial assistance from Hadrian relating to the recovery of unpaid rents as well as the egotism of Marcus Appuleius Eurycles. Later the Çavdarhisars carved equestrian and battle scenes on the temple. The temple is pseudo-ductile, with 8 columns at the ends and 15 along the sides. 35 meters times 53 meters. 115 feet times 174 feet. It was damaged by the 1970 Gediz earthquake and has since been restored. Theatre and Stadium. Aizanoi's theatre stadium are built adjacent to each other, and this combined complex is said to be unique in the ancient world. Separating the two is the stage building. Construction began after 160 AD. and was complete by the mid-3rd century. Inscriptions again attest to the benefaction of M. Appuleius Eurycles. Baths. 2 sets of thermae have been identified. The first, between the theatre stadium and the temple, dates to the second half of the 2nd century and includes a palaestra and marble furnishings. The second, in the northeast of the city, was built a century later. Floor mosaics depict a satyr and Maenad, rebuilt a couple of centuries later. It served as the bishop's seat. Market. A circular macellum dating to the second half of the 2nd century is located in the south. In the 4th century it was inscribed with a copy of the Price Edict of Diocletian, dating to 301. An attempt to limit inflation resulting from debasement of the coinage. Colonnaded street and stoa. Recent excavations have revealed the existence of a stoa, or covered walkway, dating to ca. 400 AD, and colonnaded street. A temple of Artemis, dating to the time of Claudius, 41 to 54, was demolished to make way for the colonnaded street which ran for 450 meters, 1,480 feet, and led to the Sanctuary of Metastunen. Sanctuary of Metastunen, a deep tunnel inside a cave, now collapsed, was dedicated to Metastunen, an Anatolian earth mother goddess. Cult figurines made of clay have been found in excavations, along with 2 round pits apparently used for animal sacrifice. Necropolis. The city's large necropolis includes examples of door-shaped Phrygian tombstones. Inscriptions give the names of deceased donor. Accompanying decoration includes, for the tombs of men, bulls, lions and eagles, and for those of women, baskets of wool and a mirror. Museum of Kütahya. Some items from Aizanoi, among them a sarcophagus with an Amazonomachy, have been removed to the Archaeological Museum of Kütahya. See also, Roman Asia, Roman architecture. List of World Heritage Sites in Turkey. Tentative list. Aizanoi Antique City. UNESCO.